guys, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do another review of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. If you hear something in the background, it is my washing machine. I'm doing a load of laundry. I am so sorry if you hear it, but it was an interesting night last night. You know, the first part was a whole bunch of, goodbyes and catching up with other people's stories, and then the second part was the first part of the reunion. Now, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do like I always do. I'm going to take each couple and I'm going to tell their story from, when they said their goodbyes on to the reunion. I'm not going to do the reunion separate. I'll do all that tomorrow night. So, let's talk about bad-built Angela. Okay, Angela. She's saying goodbye to Michael, and she's telling Michael, don't F up, alright? I'm going to miss you. I love you. Michael is the man for me. It was a whole lot of slobbering, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. I was just like, oh my God, puke, okay? She's also worried about her not being able to carry Michael's child, and that will make Michael go elsewhere. Okay, because she knows there is no way that she is going to carry a child, because if that happens, she will end up in the Guinness Book of World Records. Nowhere in history have a 115-year-old woman ever gave birth. So that's that with the first part of Michael and Angela. Let's get to the reunion. Alright, now she showed up with wet hair, looking real country, looking real tired, looking real through. And Angela want all y'all to know that she really don't care what y'all think about her and Michael's relationship. You want to know why? Because it's her and Michael's relationship. Is that right, Angela? Is that right? Well, let me tell you something, Angela. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is worried about you and Michael's relationship. Who out there worried about Angela and Michael's relationship? Hands. I want to see hands. Okay? Exactly. No one is worried about yours and Michael's relationship. You want to know why? Because you chose to put this raggedy, pathetic, sad relationship on national TV. Didn't nobody tell you to get on national TV and embarrass the man that you so-called love? Didn't nobody tell you to get on national TV shaped like an ironing board? Didn't nobody tell you to get on national TV struggling to breathe every other word? Didn't nobody tell you to get on national TV looking like who done it? What for? Nobody. You did that on your own. We didn't have no parts of it. But since you chose to do it, we are here to discuss it. Okay? And another thing, Angela, your face stresses me out. Now, everyone's getting ready, it's time. And it's really all for, Angela and Michael. They really didn't delve into their relationship. I guess we're going to see them more in part 2. Alright, now let's talk about Rebecca and Zed. Alright. Rebecca and Zed is at the Sahara Desert. Alright. And they're having chocolates. And so Zed is like, oh, well, look in here. And so in there is the box. He opens it and he asks Rebecca to marry him. He has forgiven her, with her being all married thing. Okay, he don't look past that. He loves this woman and he wants to marry this woman. Alright, of course, Rebecca, she is ecstatic. She is happy. And so he was like, you remember when I asked you for that money? And he was like, don't worry, don't worry. My sister gave me the money. Okay, so the sister gave him the money to pay for the ring. Rebecca says she feels bad for thinking bad about, him having ulterior motives, with her money. Alright, so they're engaged, they're happy, they say their goodbyes, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. And she says that she hopes that this relationship is for the long haul. So we get to reunion. Honey, when I see Rebecca looked good, y'all. She had on that white top, had her top ties up. Honey, she either had a torrid bra or a laid bride bra. Honey, one of them push-ups. I was like, Rebecca got some titties. And she had on a little black slacks, wide legs. I said, you better do it, Rebecca, because honey, when she was over there in Tunisia, I got real tired of seeing them 1991 boot cut jeans. I was like, girl, if you don't take them off. So she done changed up a little bit. Hair was all done, a whole bunch of makeup, and she didn't have no filter. I was like, come on, Rebecca. Rebecca looked real nice. And then she changed into these leather pants and this little black shirt, and she had on a red blazer. Rebecca looked nice. She looked real nice. Now Zed, honey, Zed looked like he rolled out of bed. They told Zed to be ready at 6. Honey, Zed woke up at 5:55 and said, I'm ready. Honey, Zed just don't care. Okay, I wish he would cut his hair. I mean, Anyway, so that's Rebecca and Zed, and I don't think they said anything about them. I guess that's going to be on part 2. All right, let's talk about Avery and Omar. All right, Avery and Omar, we know they got their own problems, okay? The visa thing ain't working out, all right? We know that there's a traveling ban, and, you know, there's a 5% chance that he will ever get a visa, and that can take up, the process can take up to 6 years. And so she was talking to Omar, FaceTime, and she was like, listen, you know, there's a chance you may not even come to the United States. And the visa may take up to 3 years, and I may not see you in 3 years, you know. She was like, I'm upset about this. And so she was like, you know, do you think that we can, you know, withstand this? Do you think our relationship can handle this? And honey, Omar said, I don't know. I said, what? Omar said, I don't know. He was like, this is tough. And of course, Avery, she gets upset. She pushes her phone down, and she was like, I cannot believe he said that. All right. And he was like, when she had her phone down, he was like, hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? I can't. Can you hear me now, Father? So, anyway, he says that he loves her, and yes, it's going to be a long, hard road. But hopefully, you know, other things can happen. You know, they can move to another country. You know, he's in Syria, but he don't have to stay in Syria. You know, he's getting his master's degree. He can go anywhere and do his job. And so they can go to another country and, you know, be able to be together. So, we get to reunion. Avery looks nice. She looks the same, you know. And Sean Robinson, which is the host, I forgot to tell y'all that. She's always the host. She's good. Sean Robinson was just asking how everything is going. And, you know, Avery was like, it's tough. You know, it is hard, you know, not being able to be with him and the whole thing with the visa, and it's going to take so long. We just don't know, you know, what we're going to do, you know, now. But I do know that Omar is my husband and I want to be with him. Well, they brought up, you know, Avery's mom, and Avery's mom just saying the same thing that she says all season, how she's concerned about her daughter, how she does not want her daughter to be in Syria, you know, and she's worried about her. And she said that she would prefer her to be there with her in the United States, you know, and then just let the whole visa thing play out, you know. If it happens to be 3 to 6 years and it just happened to be that long, she would prefer to have her daughter there with her. But she will be okay if Avery and Omar live in a different country than Syria, okay? But she will be okay if they were somewhere else other than Syria, but she would be more better with it if she was in the United States. So that's where we are with Avery and Omar. And of course, everybody had their own opinion that was said on stage. And most of them is like everyone else. You know, they were saying, look, okay, you do not need to be going over there to Syria. Bottom line, and that's it. And even Tom made a good point. Tom said, you know, you're having a hard time with it now. What do you think it's going to be like when you're over in a different country by yourself and the only thing you hear is silence? He said, you're not ready for that. He was absolutely, you know, right. So, that's Omar and Avery. All right, so let's talk about Jennifer and Neutron. Nothing new. I mean, they're at the reunion. Neutron looked like he done lost weight and his head done got bigger. And so did his hair. I said, what is going on? So anyway, Jennifer's there. Jennifer looks real pretty. And so Sean asked Neutron, said, have y'all even been intimate? And so he was like, do you mean intercourse? And so Sean was like, yes. And so he was like, no, not intercourse. He was like, guys, it was so much going on there. He said, I could not wrap my head around it. It was just so much going on that it just, nothing, we just didn't have a chance to get it on, is basically what he was saying. And so Jennifer was like, listen, he was very respectful to me, and I respected, his wishes. And of course, everybody, put in their little 2 cents and was like, well, listen, we ain't waiting no time. Okay, we was about it. So Jennifer and Neutron really didn't get into any nitty gritty. I guess that's for part 2. All right, let's talk about Kenya and Benjamin. All right, Benjamin is leaving, and Kenya's upset. He's upset. And Benjamin tells us that he did text his family and say, listen, I am technically married here in Kenya. He said some family members were supportive. He said some of them, they didn't understand. Okay, that's a hard pill to swallow when your, family member go to Kenya and then they text you and say, I'm married, here in Kenya. So, that was a hard pill to swallow for some of them. And so Kenya said, well, how did your family, take it? And he said, well, some of them, was all right with it. Some of them's going to take a little bit of time. So they say their goodbyes, and they're just saying, I love you, kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. Both of them was very upset. That was a very sweet scene, So we're at the reunion. Benjamin looks the same, child. He looks the same. And Akini, she said, now, honey, she looks the same. And so Sean was like, okay, when you first seen Benjamin, what did you think? And so she was like, well, he really wasn't the physique that I thought he was. I thought he would be smaller. And so Benjamin was like, yeah, at one time I was really trying to get, my physique together, get my body, in shape. And honey, what about Akini said, well, you need to get back to that. I said, Akini, you better leave Benjamin's plumpness alone, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with Benjamin's plumpness. So anyway, I was like, Akini, you better stop. That was funny. So then they brought up the whole, them having sex for the first time. And so Sean was like, well, having sex, before marriage, that's not really in the Bible. And Sean was like, technically, you're not married in the United States. And so he was like, no, but, in the eyes of God, I am married because I am married, in Kenya. So, whatever. They had sex, okay? And honey, Akini wasn't really feeling what Benjamin put down. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we move on. All right, let's talk about Darcy and Tom. All right. Darcy, she's back home. She's in the back of the Uber with her sister, and nothing changed. They're going back and forth about each other's relationship. Darcy tells Stacy, said, listen, you can't say nothing about my relationship. You got engaged 2 weeks after even seeing this boy. And your engagement is still going on after 2 years. So I don't want to hear nothing you have to say. So of course, Stacy, she gets on the defensive and she brings up Darcy saying, well, you didn't get a ring. You got a key to a house. Because Darcy lets her know that she did not get a ring, but she got a key to the house that she don't even know where it's at. So she said that it was romantic, special, and she loves it. Alright, okay. It's been 2 to 3 weeks since the trip, and she FaceTimes Tom, and she was like, I haven't heard from you, and just seeing how everything is going. And he was like, yeah, I've been extremely busy. And he just broke it down for real nice and smooth, like he said, listen, Okay, this long distance thing ain't really working out for me. Okay, it just ain't working how I thought it was going to work, and it's not really working how you thought it was going to work. Okay, you come calling me at 4 or 5 in the morning. He said, I'm in the middle of business meeting and you sending me 15,000 texts. He was like, I can't be living like that. Who does that? And of course Darcy, she was like, I don't even do that. I don't send you all those text messages. And she was like, look, it's a time difference. It's long distance. And he was like, yeah, it's not really working out for me. Now, Tom, you met her long distance. So now that she is calling you at 4 or 5 in the morning, sending you all these texts, what was she doing before? How did y'all make it last for 4 years? Y'all been messing around. So now there's a problem, Tom. And honey, Tom said it was a problem, y'all. And Tom said, listen, I just see it like this. We just need to be friends, child. Okay? But you know, I'm not going to go out and meet anyone. But if you meet someone who's better than me, who can treat you better than me, so be it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to block you for a lesson, honey. So Tom broke up with Darcy over the phone, honey, over FaceTime. So Darcy said that she feels like that he is throwing it all away. You know, she's a little hurt by this, but you know, she played it cool. She says, hey, I'm going to do whatever I need to do, okay? I guess she thought, hey, if I could get through Jesse, I damn sure can get over Tom. So we get to the reunion, honey, and when I tell you Darcy was clean, Darcy was done. When she got out of that SUV, honey, she had on her pumps, she had on her leather pants, she had on her crop top and her jacket. I said, Darcy, you better do it. Darcy, that whole outfit I love. Now when she changed into that long ball dress, I was like, no, that ain't for me. She should have just kept that on. But anyway, so we have Darcy and Tom let us know that, hey, they back together. They are back together. They're trying to work things out. They're seeing where things are going. He loves her, and he wants to see what happens. So, of course, Darcy and Tom is on the couch, and Sean brings up Tom's sister, and we know about that sister child. She does not bite her tongue. She came off of the block hot. She was like, do you even know my brother? She said, you don't know anything about my brother. And she said, I know my brother ain't in this for the long haul, okay? It just ain't gonna happen. So she was like, so the sister said, what's his favorite color, Darcy? And so Darcy was like, she was like, see, that's something you should know, okay? That's one of them really easy questions. And so she was like, oh, well, it's blue, by the way. And so Darcy was like, yeah, I'm going to say that. And so, you know, they asked Tom, what's Darcy's favorite color? And he said nude. Oh, my God. And so she says that her favorite color is white, pure white, you know. So Sean also brought up at the end of this whole conversation about them being together and how they're trying to work it out. Sean let it be known that Tom has been engaged twice. And so Darcy was like, you've been engaged twice? And he was like, I don't care. I like Tom. Tom said, I sure have. Okay? You didn't ask. Alright? You didn't ask, I didn't tell. So, anyway, I come to find out that Tom has been engaged twice. Child, what a whole mess. Alright? Now, let's get to the meat of it. My boo. My baby daddy. Who is it, y'all? Say it. Y'all say it. Say his name. Caesar. Let's get into Caesar. Insufficient funds. Let's get in Caesar. Insufficient funds. So we have Caesar. He is making him a fantastic breakfast of an egg. Wasn't no toast. Wasn't a piece of sausage. Wasn't a piece of bacon. Okay, maybe he ain't a meat eater. Okay, but you couldn't put no toast. You couldn't put one of them veggie sausages. It was just an egg. And y'all know as well as I do, he didn't put no salt, pepper, nothing. It wasn't a bit of hot sauce. It was just bland. Just like his apartment, just like his life, just like his face. Bland. Okay, he let it be known that he is back together with Maria. Alright? This is the woman of his dreams. He loves her. He's looking at the pictures on his phone. He's sitting there looking creepy. He's just a whole mess. He said that he is going to save every bit of money he has to be with Maria. Then we see the shady producer zoom in on his bicycle. Woo! Not the bike, with the little helmet, riding on it to the stop sign. I said, child. But we got a surprise, y'all. We got a surprise. We finally got to see and hear from Maria. Okay, Maria is a real person. All right, she lives in the Ukraine, and she says that she goes on these dating sites and she meets men. All right, she said that she's attracted to blonde hair, blue eyes, tall men. She was not attracted to Caesar, but you know, someone sending you $800 a month, honey, that would change your mind real quick. All right. Not one time did she ever say she loved Caesar. Not one time did she ever say she missed Caesar. Not one time did she ever say that Caesar was her boyfriend. But what she do like to do, and what she said was she liked to shop. Okay, so she's out with her homegirls, all right? And they go shopping. She spent $400 of Caesar money, all right? This woman don't work. And it ain't just Caesar. She has several men out there playing like a puppet, okay? All right? And so her friends was like, you know, what's going on with, you know, with you and Caesar? She was like, you know, I was going to meet him in Mexico. But when I went to go check on my flight, it had been canceled, said that it was not enough money in the account. And she was like, listen, that can't be me. That is not me. I'm privy to a certain lifestyle. Okay, I can't be having no broke man. One of her friends was like, well, how much money has he been sending you? And she was like, well, it hasn't been a lot. She was like, how much money do you think a man who works at a salon make? I was like, shade, honey. Caesar. Shade. She's saying you poor, but she's still taking your money. So, bottom line is, she don't care nothing about Caesar. Alright, she don't want Caesar, she wants his money. She is using this man, alright? So it's time for the reunion. Caesar show up, and he is saying that, you know, he don't really know what's going on with Maria, you know. He's saying that he's confused, that, you know, things have broken off, and that, you know, he just won't answer. So, of course, Sean is asking him, you know, about Maria. And he said that, yeah, he's sending her money because he loves her, okay? He loved her. And so, that's what he, you know, wants to do. You know, he just cannot stop loving someone because everybody else is telling him that it's, you know, no good. So, child, that's Caesar and Maria. And side note, I forgot, let me go back to Darcy and Tom. Honey, Jesse done showed up, child. Honey, wasn't Jesse clean? Jesse showed up, and Darcy said she knew Jesse was going to be there, and she ain't worried about Jesse. She could care less about Jesse. Honey, Jesse's sitting up in that green room, and he was like, before I get to talking, I need some coffee. Jesse. I cannot wait for part 2. So, that's basically it, friends. Alright, that's it. When Iron Board Angela and Rebecca is going to get into it, child. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until tomorrow, friends. Bye.